Were you able to watch the game last night, Judge?
Yeah, I did. I had a couple of family members over and watched it.
Oh, that's good.
It was entertaining.
It was. It was. Hey, Dean, I was not able to get a hold of Norma, so I haven't been able to confirm.
Something you might consider doing is just on your prove up, just say either Beck Barnes or Guardians of Hope, or whichever's most cost effective for the respondent, and let him choose after he has time to research it, because either one of those are going to be approved by the court.
And Dean, just and I don't know, we may need to go into just a room, or I can step out to call you, just a portion of the agreement regarding enrollment in the BIP classes.
Okay. Judge, if we can have a moment, I guess I can call Jessica on our phone and we can just talk, if you mind, if we just try to resolve these minor.
That's fine.
Minor details.
Okay. Y'all can just mute yourselves and talk to each other on the phone.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Your Honor. Hi, Judge. We just wanted to check in. The only thing we're waiting on is to get a verified amount for health insurance for the children so we can get a finalized child support amount. And then I think we'll be ready to prove up the agreement. We've remedied all other issues.
Okay, great. How long do y'all anticipate for that?
We're just waiting on the email from her employer right now. So maybe another 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay. All right, I'll just keep y'all on hold, and when y'all are ready to prove it up, was already on the record, so we'll get back on the record and put the agreement on the record. And then I can give y'all an entry date. If y'all want, y'all can talk about entry dates. Typically I give 2 weeks, but if y'all need more time or less time, I can accommodate you.
Okay.
I think with the agreement, Judge, I would think that we'd probably need it entered before, because the ex parte, I mean, we would need some order in place, because the parties are not going to follow the ex parte because of the agreement of the parties. It's going to be different.
Right. And I think the ex parte expires tomorrow. So this can be my number one priority. I can get it done as soon as possible today.
We'll have some time, unexpected time, let's put it that way, if this is resolved this morning, Judge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Judge, I apologize for the delay. Thanks for your patience.
Sure.
We're ready to prove it up once Ms. Schneider gets back on.
All right.
Are you all ready to get on the record, or we need to handle anything before we get on the record?
No, I think we're ready, Judge.
I agree, Judge.
Of course, back on the record in the Watkins matter, it's we were scheduled to start day 2 of a protective order hearing, but it's my understanding that from counsel that there's been an agreement reached. Is that correct, Ms. Laura?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Dan, is that your understanding as well?
It is, Your Honor.
Would we, how do we want to do to prove up, Ms. Laura, or do you want to just recite what the agreement is and then ask the parties if that's their understanding? Either way is fine, but you may proceed, and both parties are still under oath.
Okay. So, Your Honor, I'll just kind of put the agreement on the record. So we have agreed that there will be a protective order against Abdullah Watkins for protected persons Rita Susan Watkins and Katrina Marie Delgado. And that protective order will only have the affirmative findings of domestic violence. Domestic violence has occurred and will occur in the future as it relates to Rita Susan Watkins. The protective order will last for a period of 2 years, and it will include all of the provisions as outlined in applicant's application for protective order under paragraph 7. Some modifications that we will remove from that is the youngest child daycare, along with the middle child's school at this time. However, we will still keep in place that Mr. Watkins cannot go within 500 feet of Obra D. Tompkins High School, located at 4400 Falcon Landing Boulevard, Katy, Texas 77494 for the duration of this protective order. He will also be prohibited from going within 500 feet of Miss Watkins' residence, along with the child's Katrina Delgado's residence as well. He will be prohibited from possessing any firearms. His concealed handgun license will be suspended. He will be required to complete a battering intervention and prevention program as provided in section 85.022 subsection A of the Texas Family Code. And he will have to enroll in that by prior to 6:30 on Thursday, February 11th, 2021. We have also come to an agreement that that Miss Watkins will be able to go to the current marital residence on Tuesday, February 9th from 10 a.m. to 2:00 p.m. to remove personal items along with the children's items. Mr. Watkins will not be there during that time. We have agreed that that's in regards to the protective order. We have agreed that Caden Jace Watkins and Sierra Amani Watkins will not be protected persons under this protective order. However, there will be periods of possession and access that is awarded to Abdullah Watkins. which is outlined as follows. He will have the children from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. every Thursday. He will have possession and access of the children on every first, third, and fifth Saturday, beginning at 9 o'clock a.m. and ending at 1 o'clock p.m. And every first, third, and fifth Sunday, starting at 9 o'clock p.m. and ending at 1 o'clock p.m. All of his periods of possession will be continuously supervised by Rick Sims. If Mr. Sims is not available, then they will occur at a facility, and that facility will be facilities such as Guardians of Hope,
Rick Barnes with Phoenix Counseling.
Beck Barnes, thank you.
Beck Barnes.
Beck Barnes or the most recent, or did we agree on the last one or just those two?
We can include the last one if necessary. It was the Children's Haven.
Children's Haven, yes. All times not given to Mr. Watkins or not awarded to Mr. Watkins. Miss Watkins will have superior right to the children. Mr. Watkins will start paying child support for the support of the two youngest children in the amount of $944.46. That will start on February 15th of 2021. And he will pay through an income withholding order, and it will be paid through the state disbursement unit. I think those are all the terms. I think that concludes our agreement.
Health insurance.
Oh, sorry, I included that. I had included that in the child support. Ms. Watkins will maintain health insurance for the children, both medical and dental. And Mr. Watkins will reimburse her a monthly amount in $324.44. That includes vision as well.
All right, anything further, Mr. Zan, on the agreement?
Judge, I believe that is the agreement of the parties worked out on behalf of the parties through Ms. Schneider and myself.
All right, Ms. Laura, if you want to call your client and just ask her if that's her understanding the agreement, and then we'll do the same thing, Mr. Zan, with your client in just a second.
Absolutely. I would like to call Rita Susan Watkins. Would you please state your name for the court?
Rita Susan Watkins.
And Ms. Watkins, you heard the agreement that I presented to this court, correct?
Correct.
Is this your agreement as it was stated?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you believe that this agreement is in the best interest of the children at this time?
I believe so.
Okay. Pass this witness.
No questions of this
Any
witness, Your
questions
Honor.
of the applicant?
None.
Any other witness you'd like to call, Ms. Laura?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Zan, would you like to call your client?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. Mr. Watkins, would you unmute yourself, please, sir? Would you please state your name?
I'm doing Shabazz Watkins.
And Mr. Watkins, have you heard the agreement that Ms. Laura read into the record just a moment ago?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand that agreement, sir?
Yes, sir.
And everything she stated on the record, is that your agreement that you're willing to enter into here to today?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that a protective order is going to be rendered against you, protecting your current wife and your stepdaughter, Katrina, within that protective order.
I do understand.
And you understand that there's going to be the provisions listed in their application that you're prohibited from doing, such as coming within 500 feet of her school, which is Katrina's high school, or your wife's current residence.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
And you're in agreement to those provisions and a protective order being entered against you for 2 years, naming your wife and Katrina as protected persons.
I do understand and agree.
All right. You're also in agreement that you're going to complete a batter's intervention program and that you're going to register for that program before 6:30 this coming Thursday.
Yes, sir. I've already done it.
Okay. And then you understand that you're going to have supervised visitation with your 2 children, Caden and Sierra, every Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30, as well as on the first, third, and fifth Saturday and Sunday of each month from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you're going to be paying child support to your wife in the amount of $944.46 to begin on February 15th of 2021.
Yes, sir.
And that you'll also be paying cash medical support to your wife for medical insurance, dental insurance, as well as vision insurance for the children, and the total is $324.44 each month as well.
I do understand.
And you and your wife have also agreed that she'll be allowed to come pick up her personal belongings, such as clothing, toiletries, shoes, at the marital residence tomorrow between the hours of 10 and 2 p.m. Is that correct?
I do understand.
And no one has forced you into entering this agreement, have they today?
Absolutely not.
You're doing it 100% of your own volition and your own free will, correct?
It's in the best interest. Absolutely.
All right, I pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, any questions of this witness, Ms. Laura?
Just have one question. Mr. Watkins, you understand that when your wife is at the residence picking up her items tomorrow from 10 to 2, you want to be at the residence or within 500 feet of that residence, correct?
I understand, Ms. Snyder.
No further questions.
This witness, Mr. Zan?
No other witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, what date do y'all want for entry?
Judge, I'm happy with a week from today, if necessary. I don't believe we'll need it, but I understand as a precautionary.
I'm fine with that. I'll probably have it to you today, Dean.
Okay.
We're gonna set entry for 2:15 at 9 a.m. by submission. But lawyers, if you get that order to me, it'll get signed, should get routed to me that day, hopefully, and it'll get signed that day. It's very important, Mr. and Ms. Watkins, you understand that this is a protective order and it cannot be modified by the two of you. In the event that you seek to try to modify this protective order in any way, you've got to come back to me to do that. So just so you are aware, it's not one of those things where you can just send an email that says, hey, look, we're going to modify this. It's something that's got to be done through a court order. And so I'll let you talk to your lawyers about that and how you would go about that in the event that that were to ever happen. But the court is going to find that family violence has occurred against the mom, Ms. Watkins, and is likely to occur in the future. And the court finds that this protective order needs to be granted in order to protect her from family violence. And the court is accepting all the provisions that were laid out and recited into the record, finding that all those provisions are in the children's best interest. And I'm granting the protective order pursuant to those agreements. Anything further that either side needs to address before we go off the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Just one thing, Your Honor, can we just have some further admonishments to the parties of the importance and following the terms of the protective order?
Yeah, I know I've admonished Mr. Watkins. I've admonished you a couple of times before, and I can tell you some of the evidence that was presented to me I found very disturbing, and it's something that is not something this court takes lightly. And so you need to understand that I hope that that's behind you and that you will enter into this battery and intervention program with an open mind to figure out ways that you might be able to deal with conflict or stress in ways that are more beneficial for you and for others that love and care for you, and especially your kids. But that being, and I want what's best for you, Mr. Watkins, I truly do. This court, the last thing I want to do is be difficult for parties. So I really hope that this is a turning point in your life and that you can take this stuff seriously and grow from it and become a better person from it and a better father and a better man in future relationships. But I can tell you, if you're ever back here in front of me for violating this order, you'll not only have criminal charges filed against you, but I will lock you up as long as I can, because it's just something that you have to take seriously, and you can't violate that order. Okay. And that includes anything, whether she goes to pick up the furniture from 2 to 10 or 10 to 2, and there's video of you driving around there with, that's a violation of the order, and it's going to be something that you're going to put me in a position where I feel like I've got to send you a message that I'm not playing around, and I don't want to do that. So just listen to Mr. Zanny. He's a very good lawyer. He'll tell you exactly what to do. I appreciate both sides working this out. I know it's not an easy thing to go through for either one of you. But that completes the ruling of this court, and we're going off the record.
Thank you, Your
Thank you,
Honor.
Judge. May we be
No,
excused, Your Honor?